Napa Valley. Sorry it's so dark right now. I am in the elevator of our hotel heading down to the lobby. I wanted to give you a view before we head out. So. And here is Bay in the Beamer with coffee. Such a good husband. Alright, we are headed to our first winery of the day. Bright and early. It's 10 a.m. and we are ready to do some drinking. So we are headed to Bell Winery. This is one that I found myself. So my parents actually came here a couple months before us and took extensive notes. And since Craig is chauffeuring us, wave to the camera, babe. Head nod, cool head nod. So Craig is chauffeuring us all around. So we wanted to limit just how much wine we would be drinking just to be safe, because apparently the cops are really persistent about pulling people over for DUIs out here, so it's good to be safe. So we basically took recommendations from my parents and we decided to go with 2 of their favorite wineries, and then I also did my own research and picked out 2 wineries that had really great reviews and offered us some unique experiences. So the first of which is Bell Winery, which may have caught my eye because I had just gotten back from a trip up to Kalamazoo where I visited Bell's Brewery, but nonetheless it has really great reviews. We're going to be doing their grape to glass tour, which basically documents the whole process from start to finish. So it'll be interesting to see how this first one goes, but we really enjoyed the wine flight that we had last night, so I feel like that kind of set my expectations really high. This place is pretty, huh?
So if you smell these glasses...
Welcome back to our video vlog where Jordan officially has a wine buzz and it's barely lunchtime. So thank God our designated driver decided to slow it down a little bit, although the wine was so good, so I'm sure it was painful to say, please give me a half pour. But safety first. Yeah, I appreciate you being responsible. So I have to say this place really set the bar high for the rest of our Napa experience. And they were so generous with how much wine they gave us. I think I lost track. We probably tasted like 8 or 9 wines.
Well, we walked in the door to a Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we still had our coffee in hand and we got there and this guy was pouring wine and I was like, I have a full cup of coffee, and so I basically just chugged my coffee and decided to switch over to wine. That was actually the only white that we tasted while we were there. It was nice to stand out in the sunshine and sip a very fruity Sauvignon Blanc. We wanted to purchase it actually because it was only $35 a bottle, which in Napa terms is pretty affordable. We asked for that one and she said that they actually opened up the last bottle to give us a taste of it. So unfortunately we were unable to purchase that one. I really enjoyed it. They also gave us a little cheese pairing as well. And my favorite was this truffle cheese that was rolled in ash. It paired with one of the Cabernets. Do you know where you're going?
Yeah, Bill.
All right, Craig's gonna find it without any GPS navigation.
It has one.
All right, we're going. Welcome to the mountains of Napa Valley. This is pretty much as middle of nowhere as it gets, and it's gorgeous. So we're in the middle of doing a tasting here at Kuleto. We are on our 3rd wine. What have you got right now?
I believe it's their Malbec.
Their Malbec?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you want to show us how they taught us to do the tasting, or the smell, how you smell your wine? You want to explain why you're doing this?
You get more wine on the sides of the glass so that when you go to sniff it, you can have a little bit more.
And why do you sniff from the top?
Because that's where the fruits, and then this is where your barrel is, and then this is your alcohol vapors. So a blend of all 3 is okay, or you can just get the fruits, or you can just get your barrel.
Yeah, so it's interesting. People always just go for the bottom not realizing that they're getting the alcohol vapors, and that's not where your real scent is coming from. So, how is it?
Good.
Yeah?
Very good.
And then if you get bored of looking at the mountains, just check out this cool little estate with the giant doors. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. I could live here. So we've got a couple more additions for our wine case. We picked up, oops, I'll pick it up in a second. We picked up 2 bottles of Chardonnay and 2 bottles of Cabernet Sauvignon. And they were so delicious that we had to get 2 of each kind. So, a solid start to our trip. Almost half the case, oh wait, half the case is full. We have 6 slots left, so. Time to go back down the treacherous mountainside. So, my brave driver. Let me do a quick little analysis of our first day in wine country. What'd you think?
It's good. Very good.
Yeah. Which winery did you like better?
It's 2 completely different wineries.
Right.
Bell was very unique, so they do things differently.
Bell definitely felt ritzier. This was like a cabin in the woods that happened to have some delicious wine.
This was a very rich cabin in the woods that
That's
also
true.
happened to have delicious wine.
It's like a hunting lodge in the woods. So, but in any case, what did we end up buying today? So at the first stop we got 2 bottles, right? We got a Merlot and we got a Cabernet. And then here we picked up 2 Cabernets, 2 of the same Cabernet. It was just delicious. We had to get 2 bottles of it. Wow, my ears are popping. And then we also got a Chardonnay, which I was a little surprised about actually, because typically we really like buttery Chardonnays, but this one was definitely crisp, no butter at all, but it felt like something that would be really great to drink on a hot summer day. Very refreshing. So we are officially back for the evening. We've made it into our big comfortable hotel bed. Please note the fancy headboard and how nice it looks on camera. We have had a really awesome day today. So, but we were pooped after a long day of spending all of our savings account. And
/ drinking good wine.
that too. Let's be positive. Yeah, they were drinking good wine. So we came back to the hotel and
we fell asleep while looking at where we wanted to go to dinner.
I don't know. Well, is that what you were doing? Because
Yeah.
I intentionally went to sleep. I set an alarm clock.
My phone went like this.
I intentionally knew that I needed a little napper, so and then after that we ended up deciding, again, another recommendation from Victoria from Bell Winery. She just has a great palate. I need her to just be like my personal food assistant and just tell me where I need to go eat all the time.
Yeah.
So, but we almost went to this other sushi restaurant called Aiko's. And
It looked good and it sounded like it had a great sushi menu.
Yeah.
But it was dedicated sushi. And we decided we wanted to do something a little bit different and unique while we were here.
Yeah, so we went to Morimoto instead, which actually apparently has a couple other locations in the world. One looked like it was in Hawaii, so it's not just unique to Napa Valley, but it was freaking delicious.
Yeah.
I think it might have been the best food that we had this whole trip.
For sure. So that was actually a restaurant founded by a guy who won Top Chef.
Iron Chef.
Iron Chef, yep.
Yeah.
I started off with a cocktail, an old fashioned, which they chose Bullet Rye, which is pretty much my go-to whiskey when it comes to mixing, so I appreciated that choice. But it was actually called a Wagyu old fashioned, so it was meat infused. Yeah, I don't know how they infused it. Like, there wasn't like a hunk of meat sitting in my cocktail or anything like that, so I'd assume it was some sort of one of those essence devices where they like get the, I don't know. But
yeah.
It was
the taste was there.
Yeah, for sure. It was a very unique cocktail, but very delicious, and actually it got better once we got our first appetizer, which was some very unique gyoza
This is maybe the most fancy appetizer we've ever ordered. Craig, will you cut into it? All right, fine. I will cut into it. They instructed us to cut across so that we can get all the flavors. This is bacon foam around the edge. Okay, yeah, nice.
I'm so
Alright. Yeah.
Which is pork hot stickers, for those of you that don't know what gyoza is.
Yeah, it's like pan-fried dumplings. Usually you see them and they're like this big, and they're like little noodle pockets that are fried. They can be fried or steamed, but this one was interesting. It had this like hard shell on the top, and then it had a ring of
bacon foam.
Bacon foam. I've literally never seen a menu item that has bacon foam.
Whatever that is.
I don't know, but it was delicious.
Then after that, we moved on to the next course of the meal, which was sushi.
Yeah, we ordered a whole mess of sushi.
Oh my gosh.
It was so tender.
We actually got to sit at the sushi bar and got to watch the guys working and look at their cuts of meat in front of us, and it was so good.
Sushi has quickly become one of my favorite foods.
Yes, I could eat it a few times a week.
We did eat it a few times a week. So then we moved on to our main course of the meal, which we shared everything. So it's been, really nice getting to try a bunch of different things. Do you remember what the dish was called?
It was their
blackened something.
No, it was black braised cod, I believe.
Yeah, and I feel like I typically hear cod, and I'm like, oh, fish and chips maybe, or like something that's not extravagant.
Yeah, pretty fishy. Like it's not a overly fancy variety of fish. You typically think of your sea bass or your salmon when it comes to your higher end stuff. But this was very good. It was a ginger soy reduction sauce on it, so it came out truly like a really dark brown, almost blackened color. And we finally finished off all of our regular food and decided it was time for dessert, which for me meant scotch and for Jordan meant sugar.
Yeah, unfortunately Craig has had a knack for picking whiskeys this week that are unavailable to him. You just have good taste, babe.
I don't know. Something like that.
Something.
Good taste, bad taste, I don't know.
Expensive taste?
Expensive
Rare
taste.
taste?
Yeah, I guess.
Whatever you want to call it.
So I wanted to order the... for once, I don't get this hankering often, but sometimes I'm in the mood for peaty scotch. So I was in the mood for an Islay, and they had a few different Ardbegs on the menu that I hadn't tried before. So I was going to order the Ardbeg, I believe it's the
We definitely don't know how to say this.
UIB something Unbigale.
Look it up. Are you looking up stuff about Galaxy's Edge?
No, I was on Google News, and it knows that I like Star Wars and Disney, so I pulled it up.
I think Craig wants to go to Disney.
So the one that I originally ordered was the Ardbeg UIGEADAIL, which my English accent and horrible pronunciation is going to say Wigadale. Wigadale. It's probably horribly wrong. I apologize.
Definitely got
Scotland.
It wrong. I apologize to all of Scotland.
So that's what I originally ordered, and after about 10 minutes I was informed that they didn't have that. So they brought out two different Ardbegs that they did have. So I ended up choosing the Corey Vrecken.
We've decided to name our firstborn son Corey Vrecken.
We'll call him Corey.
And it'll be normal.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Corey Vrecken Lustmeister.
He'll just have terrible or amazing taste.
He will hate himself. He'll have great taste in scotch, but hate his parents and hate himself for his awful name. Yeah. And then we went into food comas. So here we are in the hotel room a little bit early for the evening with some hopes of getting up early in the morning to go work out, at least for you. Takeaways for the day. We like food. We like wine. We like scotch. We spend a lot of money. We haven't looked at our bank account yet. And that's pretty much how we feel right now. So we're going to go to bed happy and not think about that. And we hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching our fun video. And tune in next time. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button.